Finally tonight, while fear and frustration so often define this emergency, there are also stories of hope and humanity. Here's Nightline anchor Juju Chang.
For the past year and a half, Melissa and her husband Armando say they can't help but bask in the simple pleasures of their new home.
Clima, estilo de vida, la comida.
The family of four now live in Ohio, a place they say has taught them to dream like they never could back in Honduras.
Aquí en Estados Unidos la vida es mejor que en mi país porque allá no hay condiciones para vivir las personas dignamente.
The family, who asked that we not use their real names, say they're still far from feeling at home. For almost 2 years, they've been left in limbo, waiting for an asylum hearing, joining the 1.2 million other asylum cases that are currently pending, according to the Justice Department. They were finally able to enter the U.S. a year and a half ago, but Melissa says the nightmares of what it took to get here lingered long after.
Los sueños que yo tenía eran que estaba en el campamento todavía ahí, sufriendo lo que pasamos, la intemperie en que vivimos, durmiendo en esas carpas.
The memories of sleeping for months in those tents in a makeshift camp just a stone's throw from the U.S. border. We first met Melissa a year and a half ago in Matamoros, Mexico, on the southern tip of the Texas-Mexico border. She was 5 months pregnant and had already spent 3 months in those squalid conditions.
Y bueno, estar durmiendo en el suelo es muy pésimo. La espalda me duele mucho. Y a veces me dan unos fríos y mi bebé se mueve mucho y mi panza luego está bien fría.
Melissa was one of 18 pregnant women named in a complaint filed by the ACLU against the Department of Homeland Security and its policy of forcing asylum seekers to remain in Mexico. Melissa said back in Honduras, her husband Armando was doing well as a waiter, but when he was beaten and targeted by gangs, they knew they had to run.
Lo quisieron asesinar, pero gracias a Dios no lo asesinaron. Pero sí le robaron su motocicleta y su teléfono celular y su dinero.
Your lives were threatened.
Sí.
They fled with just a little cash and 3 duffel bags. And when they arrived on the Texas border, they asked for asylum, which is their legal right. In the past, they would have been allowed to stay with family in the U.S. and wait for their hearing. Instead, U.S. immigration officials gave them a court date and sent them back to wait in Mexico, which meant this camp with no running water or toilets. Advocates described it as a humanitarian crisis.
Venimos con esto que nos cierran las puertas.
The family caught in a long, historic struggle that the U.S. has had over welcoming refugees and enforcing security at the southern border.
The biggest loophole drawing illegal aliens to our borders is the use of fraudulent or meritless asylum claims to gain entry into our great country.
For years, the Trump administration rolled out a series of controversial policies aimed at stopping migrants from coming to the United States, including that Remain in Mexico policy. It has since been rolled back by the Biden administration, but the courts and our immigration system still caught up in a massive backlog. So many now waiting years for their asylum case to be heard. Their baby boy, Isaac, now a year old, born in Ohio, an American citizen. Her 9-year-old daughter in 4th grade, speaking English, already dreaming of becoming a veterinarian. Shirley, what's the best part of America?
That's cool.
School? What do you like about school?
Because I learn more.
What advice would you give people who are coming to the border now? I mean, President Biden is telling people not to come to the border.
Mi consejo sería así, no se vengan, pero a la vez ellos se sentirían como me llamarían como egoísta, como tú estás allá, estás bien, ¿por qué dices que no vengamos? Nosotros también tenemos ese sueño americano y por más que les dé un consejo no lo van a aceptar, siempre van a emigrar.
What do you think the American people need to know about families like yours that are coming to the border in desperation?
Para empezar, todos somos seres humanos y necesitamos tener una mejor calidad de vida. Y pues que lo único que yo pido es que nos abran las puertas y que entiendan que somos personas humildes y trabajadoras, que queremos un mejor bienestar, ya que en nuestro país no lo podemos obtener ese bienestar.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.